A packed hearing room, cameras rolling, lawmakers watching closely, and then one line changes everything. Ladies and gentlemen, in a dramatic moment on Capitol Hill, Kash Patel, he found himself at the center of an intense confrontation over the long-running and highly controversial case of Jeffrey Epstein. The exchange began when Congressman Jeffrey Epstein pressed Mr. Patel with tough questions, revisiting his past statements where he had demanded that the so-called Epstein client list will be made public. Well, he played those earlier remarks during the hearing and questioned why, despite those strong words, no such list has been officially released so far. In fact, the question that was direct and it was pointed. If the information exists, why is it still hidden from the public? In the meantime, Mr. Patel's response, it was classic, saying that you want names, I'll give you names. In fact, he pushed really strongly, signaling frustration over the repeated scrutiny while also suggesting that the matter is far more complicated than it appears. Well, his statement quickly became the highlight of the hearing, drawing strong reactions from both lawmakers and observers. Wait, the Epstein case. It has remained one of the most debated and sensitive issues in the United States for years now. It involves serious allegations of human trafficking and the possible involvement of influential individuals. The idea of client list, it has fueled public speculations, with many believing that key names connected to Epstein's network, it has not really been disclosed here. However, officials have consistently maintained that any such information, it must meet strict legal standards before it can be released. Well, during the hearing, Mr. Patel emphasized that federal investigations operate within the legal boundaries, and that releasing names without any sufficient evidence or due process, it could compromise cases or lead to legal actions as well. He indicated that intelligence files, witness testimonies, and the ongoing probes must all be carefully handled before any public disclosure is made here. This reflects the broader challenge faced by agencies when dealing with high-profile and sensitive information. The whole confrontation, it also highlights the political divide over transparency and accountability. While some lawmakers are demanding immediate disclosure in the interest of public trust, others question against the actions that could undermine the judicial processes here. Legal experts know that even a high-profile case like this, evidence must be verified and presented in the court before conclusions are drawn publicly. In fact, outside the hearing, the reactions have been swift. Media coverage, public debate, political commentary all have intensified, with many questioning whether more information will now be released or not. Well, this particular issue, it has once again brought attention to how much cases are handled and whether the system is capable of holding powerful individuals accountable or not. As the situation develops, the whole focus will remain whether Mr. Patel's statement leads to any concrete action or further disclosure. For now, the hearing has added a new chapter to an already complex and closely watched case, leaving both lawmakers and the public waiting for clarity on what comes next.